Ghana for ya for mo adwuma. Every afia twa mu. Eye December 7th ni nyina ye yom nyina edi. Into omo a omo police, omo a omo immigration, omo call prisons, omo call fire service, omo a omo nursing for, a doctor for, omo a ye for omo civil service mu, ene omo nyina na omo nye omo nkrata, local government mu, ene obia na omo nye omo nkrata, eye December 7th no airport ye obia edi. Asemu atwetwa so etetia no so yewura mahama sebe emra na do ba he. Unso afenam so aye say o ba be bo Ghana mra ho ban no wa hyemu kena wa ma se ba be tetia Ghana mra so yewura mahama emra do ba he no bo sha wo sha Ghana for ne say o di adwuma e ba wa ga so ba be twetwa adwuma no etuwei enam mra kwan so na ha granta yewura dilo da ba de ba ya plan na asefem ni okan na say oh adwuma ya de mo no ase enne amemuo papa enko eno so ni dey me dwuma me ntiase eno so ni dey good governance and eno so ni dey enye se bi o ka se omo na kwatu kwan bi so omo na kwan emrabone so ya mfa mra papa so ya ndi tumi abusua ansa na ebe fo obi ewa adwuma mu no ewa abani oje financial clearance ibu o for ministry of finance ibu o no ma board no ayi so mo hwe se eyampa se enipa ye fe ye wo hu akanye ebetimi de tu omoka omo nsori prekope emfe nipa eti enipa thousands of jobs and ayura mahama enam chief of staff so we twem abusuan se ye mo bi akonya so ma me yo mampani anasa ba bi ba ye ma no emfie 9 no no afi bia be fe nipa na yewura dilo tebra no rafi say 2016 ebra no say chief of staff kona no ebra onfi aban 16 December ono osan krata wo appointee auditor general director no so NCC any scratch nisa che krata say wo appointee yewura na Nana Addo kufa ba one kasi we twem appointment bia yewura mahama apen so 2016 a wo finish no ye no ye so mu e de adwuma etu wo ba no obi aye na mo so aye bia to aso so obi e fa adwuma na so fa adwuma ni bia to aso no abi mo kra de ya me charge wo so the 24 hours economy ba e be ye adwuma no ba e be ye adwuma awia e be ye adwuma nwumre e be ye adwuma ahomache eti esi na na wa ba na e wo ho no so wu twam besre we enamra kwaso na yen the new patriotic party yen tna ho magana for entwa dwadwo sa obi bia opese onamra kwaso no kudia ne tanechi mi a bigina he ene ye ma lawyer for quarter omodi asem na kutu quarter dey openi mahama ene onwan chief of staff enyamra kwaso ene honam na omo nso a asem ya kan omo ye nuanu mo asem ya kan omo omo anko omo ko police omo ko military omo ko immigration omo ko prisoners asem ya kan omo so kan humo na de also me bi omo nye oye kse kro omo nye omo ma chi no omo fa ko yura mahama ho omo fa petition koma no so omo so ye Ghana for say omo free Burkina omo free Togo omo free Ivory Coast omo free Nigeria Ghana here omo free no omo so ye Ghana for yura mahama all promises say oba also be the father for all and agwa sa pepe nti ene ne ba ai ne aba wo pam na for omo ye dwuma nti ye bese eno de enamra kwaso ba ne to so miensa ne wi ene say it's been a subject of abuse by so many state institutions, and this is very, very unfair. We urge Ghanaians whose livelihood are at risk due to this unfortunate directive from President Mahama's administration to remain strong and recognize that the New Patriotic Party is dedicated to protecting their legitimate jobs. The NPP will fully support any legal action to undo this illegality, this wrongful termination of appointment. I am already in court. I've already directed my lawyers. Today, as I speak, they will serve all processes. They are going to file all processes today. we are in court to challenge the unconstitutional act of the president, and the New Patriotic Party will support any legal action to undo this illegal and wrongful termination of appointment. We also encourage the affected persons to come together and seek legal redress. Ladies and gentlemen, President Mohammed's administration is a growing disaster, particularly in the fight against corruption. As you know, the government established oral committee. For us, it looks like the committee was just set up as a political persecution mechanism. Why? I have a report in my hands, and I'll read it. The former Chief Executive Officer of Microfinance and Small Scale Center, Maslow, Nana Addo, has been sentenced to serve 10-year prison with hard labor. The conviction stems from misappropriation of funds allocated for Maslow activities between 2013 and 2016. Over 17 million Ghana cedis, which was meant to be disbursed to victims of fire incident at Kantamandu, was misappropriated by the accused. The report that was presented to former President Mahama, and even the ones that we've seen circulating, I have not seen even a sentence or even a page talking about Sednam Tamapu, somebody or who misappropriated. He was a former CEO of Maslow. And for this person, the entire matter has gone through our court processes. The court made pronouncement. He's been sentenced to 10 years in prison. Yet, the oral committee whatsoever did not find it appropriate to tell Ghanaians where Sednam Tamaklo is. Indeed, I'm even surprised that even yesterday when the Attorney General had the press conference, I was thinking, well, this is a pending issue. This is some monies misappropriated, 70 million. I was thinking that the Attorney General will even mention it, that maybe they've been taking steps to make sure that Sednam Tamaklo will be brought back to Ghana. She rather is a fugitive, not Mr. Furiata. She rather is a fugitive, not Mr. Furiata. President John Dramani Mahama has promised OCA instead of ORA. President Mahama now, according to Manasseh Azori, is the Republic's chief clearing agent. Ladies and gentlemen, President Mahama cannot shift the chief clearing agent tag to the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayeni. Yesterday at the press conference, you saw how the Attorney General struggled to say that President Mahama did not direct him to file nolle prosequi, and that he made a decision independently. I mean, this is bizarre, and for me, this is even more worrying. Such important matter. A minister tasked with the construction of 5,000 units of houses, $200 million involved. We did not get the 5,000 units. We rather got uncompleted 1,005 units. The said minister was in court, and the Attorney General entered into a nolle prosequi, and he's been appointed. You have a situation where there is a $66 million scandal hanging around the neck of the former Senate boss, Mr. Ennis Thompson. And instead of him to answer to Ghanaians through the court. Again, the Attorney General entered into a non-protocol. Clean this person. He says, go home. And then you have a former deputy governor in charge of banking supervision, advancing a colossal amount of 400 million or so to a dying, to a collapsing bank. And he's in court to answer. The Attorney General goes to court, picks this man up, clears him of all charges. Then the following day, interestingly, he is appointed governor, Bank of Ghana. So you ask yourself, President Mahama, so is it the case that you cannot get anybody at all to be governor, Bank of Ghana, and you must appoint somebody with a heap of cases around this, with so many issues around his neck? He is answering a case in court, a case involving over 400 million Ghana cedis or so. And the Attorney General goes in, picks him up, clears him, then the following day he is appointed governor. Meanwhile, you are chasing after certain ghost document from ORA, and then you have Mr. Domlevote saying that even all the documents they have gathered, it must be audited before it can be credible. Can you imagine? You've been given the work to do, and then you present your report, and now you are telling us that even the work that you have done is not even correct. It's not even solid, and that we must audit it again. This is the kind of situation we find ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, the Attorney General can tell this story that the president wasn't aware. What kind of governance is that? That you drop such important cases in court, involving former ministers, involving somebody you intended to appoint the governor Bank of Ghana. You made all of these decisions without the input of the president, and the president wasn't aware. Said this to some children by the fireside, but not to us. President Mahama appointed him and instructed him to clear the NDC members whilst taking steps to prosecute opponent using a certain discredited aura. Even their chairman cannot even declare his asset. He says that he stays in Airport Hills. A plot in Airport Hills is about 500,000. He says he's not the owner of the mansion he stays in. Big mansion with swimming pool, 8-bedroom, big mansion. He says that he's been renting this building for the past 8 years. From our checks, it is between $15,000 to $20,000 a month. He told the committee, the vetting committee, that the only source of income for him is the money he receives as an MP. You let's add all his sitting allowance, committee allowance, all of that. His pay is 20,000. All the allowances put together, let's say 50,000. And then you stay in a 220,000 Ghana cedis a month house. You, ORA committee chairman, you cannot even declare your assets. You cannot even disclose your source of income. So where do you get money, apart from the 40,000? That where do you get money to fund all of these 220,000 rent you pay every month? In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen,